Hello, Larae, and welcome to this interview for eFashion Book. We are so happy to have you tonight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
You are such a beautiful and interesting model. When did you start modeling?
That's a great question. So my first modeling experience initially began in pageantry, actually, of all things. I did my first pageant in 2018. It was the Miss Nations of the World pageant. I got to represent the USA as a Miss USA Nations of the World. And if you know anything about pageantry, there's an element of runway involved in that. So I got hooked on runway from pageantry. And then from there, I met the connections to do my first New York Fashion Week. And that kind of kicked everything off, I'd say.
Tell me, Larae, what have you learned from your modeling career?
Ooh, there's so many things I feel like I could say to answer this question, but I would say confidence. Confidence in myself, in my skills, in my abilities, and in my experience. I think that something that comes with modeling is being able to channel good body awareness, knowing your angles, knowing what poses look best on camera, knowing what angles of your body look best. And just that, I think, really gives me a sense of confidence that I didn't have before starting this venture.
That is amazing. Can you tell me what advice would you give to young women who want to start modeling, to go that path?
Absolutely. I would say the number one thing is consistency. I've seen so many people start in this career and finish prematurely, unsuccessfully, and sad about how their experience went. And I've seen other people go on to do absolutely great things. And the number one thing that separates those two types of people is always consistency. The people that keep showing up, keep putting themselves out there. And whether it's social media, you're posting every day, or whether it's castings and auditions, or applying everything that you can and not giving up, that is the biggest determinant of who makes it in this industry.
Amazing. You have such an amazing style. Can you tell me who's your biggest influence?
Oh my goodness, that's such a great question. There's so much that I can think of for this. So I am a huge fan of Coco Chanel.
Oof, we all are.
Who isn't? Coco Chanel, Audrey Hepburn. When it comes to modeling style, though, I really love Coco Rocha. She's one of my all-time favorite inspirations as far as posing inspiration for print, runway, editorial type work. But as far as the fashion world is concerned, I really love Audrey Hepburn as a fashion influencer, and Coco Chanel is a designer, and what she brought to the table and brought to the fashion industry so many years ago.
Is there anything that people don't know about you and you would like them to know through this interview?
Sure, I can think of one fun fact I don't post about very often, and that's that I was a competitive figure skater.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that kind of used to be my life before I started this type of entertainment, but from figure skating, you know, I was able to take entertaining, artistry, a lot of the things that I used in the performing world of figure skating really transferred over to my current work now, but that once was a huge part of my life, and I'd love to take more talent gigs in the future that maybe incorporate figure skating nowadays, but there was a time where that was something I was involved in every day as an athlete.
I'm curious, do you have any role models?
Another great question. Monica, you've just got so many good ones.
You inspire me.
Now I have to think, okay, who's my favorite child, you know? As far as role models go, I would say, and this is another just classic one, but Oprah Winfrey, I just absolutely really appreciate her spirituality and the way that she brings spirituality and spiritual power to the workplace and normalizes that. As far as other role models, I'd also say my grandma. I'm very close with my grandmother. We're just absolute besties, kindred spirits. And she was the one that took me shopping from a young age. My mom and just my parents in general hated shopping, never really were into the glitz or the glam or the fashion type stuff that I was super drawn to as a really little girl. But my grandma was really the one who taught me to shop, ski drop, and got me really excited about fashion
Yeah, so then you will have to check in the near future our e-commerce store. We will have so many designers. So yes, for e-fashion book will be the place to go online to shop.
I'm looking forward to it. You have to let me know. Has that launched yet?
No, it is ready, but we are launching it very soon.
Okay, I'm excited. I'll definitely be taking a peek over there. How exciting.
Can you tell people who don't know where you're from and where you currently live?
Great question. So I grew up in Orem, Utah, in the faraway land of Utah. But I currently live, or at least you could say my apartment is in the Washington, D.C. metro area. However, I do spend a lot of time in New York City for work. I'm constantly back and forth. And over the past years, I've lived in quite a few places. It's been a long time since I've actually lived in Utah, where I originally grew up in the Salt Lake area.
Well, modeling life. It gets you, it's one of the benefits of modeling life. You just go around, meet new people, and
Much as I love the West where I grew up and the culture there and just how easy it is to get outdoors and find all these beautiful natural places and national parks and state parks, I really, for my career, recognize, New York City, some bigger cities are definitely the place to be when it comes to this industry.
yes, indeed. Plus, is the buzz of the city.
Right.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
All of these questions are just so good. You're really helping me. Here. But in 5 years, I would really love to have significantly grown my influencer platform. I love being a social media influencer in addition to being an actress and model because I feel like it gives me a platform and a space where I can be me. I'm not always playing a character or, mock or look on the runway. It's a place where I can be me. And so being able to expand and grow that and build a bigger community at Larae Day on Instagram is really an incredible opportunity for me to expand my reach and expand my community and share who I am and what I love with people who also connect with that.
That's amazing. I would like to ask you a question, what's your definition of happiness? I see you're a very bubbly and exciting person, very, very happy and dynamic and smiling.
Love that question. I am a big believer that happiness starts within and that it's something that has to be cultivated within our spirits. I've noticed I'm the most happy no matter what's going on in my career, my work life, even if I'm struggling with something, maybe health-wise in my body or in my mind, I can still be happy if my spirit's in the right place. And my spirit's in the right place when I'm doing things that align with my values, when I feel like I'm working towards my ultimate purpose, when I'm aligned with my higher power. That's the type of me, I guess, that's a happy me. And that really comes down to aligning with my higher power and the higher purpose that I believe that higher power has for me in this life.
That's amazing. That's really, really amazing. Larae, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our e-fashion book interview. Thank you for taking the time, for getting up early for it, kind of. I think we have quite a gap in the matter of time. And I wish you all the best of luck in your career. And I want to hear more and more about you everywhere.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me, and it's such a pleasure to connect with people who get it. I really believe that fashion is the highest form of self-expression in the arts because it's art that you get to show everywhere, every day, and it's art that we really embody. It sends a message of who we are and what we stand for. So I really appreciate being able to chat with you about that today, knowing someone that sees eye to eye.
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.